Welcome guys, my name is Andi Muammar and I am a student of TBI, and today I would like to give you a quick review about The Crazy Rich Asian by Kevin Kwan. I just finished it yesterday, kind of though. This book is a part of trilogy of Kevin Kwan, and the two others are titled With China Rich Girlfriend and Rich People Problems. So, Crazy Rich Asian follows a woman called Rachel Chu, who is an economist and also a professor living in New York with her boyfriend, Nicholas Young. So, Nicholas is also a professor at her university, but he also happened to be one of the most wealthiest wealthiest bachelor, especially in Singapore. When he invites Rachel to go back to Singapore for the summer to visit his family and to attend his best friend's wedding, he doesn't really prepare for her to the world that she is about to enter. Well, the title is totally spot on because not only of his Singaporean family's crazy rich, but they are also genuinely crazy. For one, Nick is apparently the most ignoble, richest bachelor. When Rachel gets there, all of his lady friends are not quite so friendly. Likewise, his family is not only a bit snobbish when it comes to money, but also when it comes to kind of bloodline and old school family status stuffs. So yeah, Rachel finds it difficult for herself in the midst of a bunch of these crazy rich Asians. Well, I would like to personally describe this book as, Gossip Girl meets Jane Austen's Emma meets kind of modern Singaporean high society. And let me say that this is definitely not something that attracts me to a book normally. It's very much outside of my wheelhouse. However, the entire series of this book has been getting a lot of really great reviews, and of course the movie back in 2018. Like I said, this isn't really my cup of tea, so I didn't really go in with every high expectations, and I would say that I enjoyed this though. It kind of failed me where I thought it was gonna fail me, and there was pleasantly surprising in other areas. Well, apologies if I'm all over the place, but I guess let's start with some cons of this. The first one I would definitely mention that is, if you really don't care about rich people problems, you might not connect with this at all. It's like 95% of all the drama, 90% of the drama in this is in regards to money and wealth and status. Anything in between. And personally, I don't find those to be incredibly interesting. Another problem with the book is that there are just too many characters, and I realized that on one hand that is incredibly realistic because Asian families just tend to be, I know mine is, but at the same time it's just made me realize that it's hard to keep track of who everybody was. I also found that the whole premises of Nick's and Rachel's relationship to be a bit unrealistic, and I found it really hard so that they had been going for 2 years living with each other and that they had never talked about Nick's family or background at all. And finally, my last gripe with the book that is just too long. This is about 520 pages. I honestly think it could be a half that. It could have been a much better book. Okay, going back to what I said about the rich people problems part. The reason that part of the book was tedious to me is that because it goes on and on and on, and I just didn't really care about that. So if this had been cut down to honestly about half the size, and I think I would have been a far more engaging read, and I personally would have rated a lot higher. Moving on to some proses, I really enjoyed Rachel as the main character, mainly because she felt very real, very unrealistic, and she was not grating or annoying at all, which I found with another female characters in contemporary literature. And I also really enjoyed Astrid, the cousin of Nick's, and I actually would love to have a whole series with Astrid life. Actually, I found her to be the most compelling character in the whole book, and I was glad that we kind of got to bounce between Nick and Rachel to Astrid and her husband Michael. Well, I should also give Kevin Kwan's props for not just giving us a book about high society life. And there's all glitz and glamour eyes, but he really gets into the deeper issues like, sure, these people has a lot of money, but are they actually happy, or do they really have good relationship, or do they really love each other? So I really enjoyed that. So those are my thoughts on Crazy Rich Asian by Kevin Kwan, and I ended up giving this one 4 stars. I may be tempted up to pick up the next book in the series, maybe, mostly. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a fantastic day. See you next time.